Alright, I'm up here. It's raining, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here pretty quick. Kind of what I got in mind. Hopefully we can get some of it done, and this rain won't. It'll help me more than it'll hurt me. Okay, so see how the water's pulling up here, and it's dry over there, and you know, then you got a pool down there at the end. That tells me that this is lower here, and so all of this, my trench will come down. Hopefully it'll turn down in here and follow this instead of going on in here. You know, I need this to stay dry and stuff and keep water out of it, where this is where I want my water to leave and go to. So this is what I'm trying to make happen. I'm gonna come down here, make this lower so that water keeps draining this way. And I'm gonna come over here. Man, this mud is sticky. I'll need to get a bend and a short piece, and I'll bring it down here. It'll turn here and head off that direction. I'll get the camera and show you more once I get more stuff worth putting on video. So here we go. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do first is try and get this pipe out of the trench. That way I can just work down here and see that the water's flowing and not in my way and stuff. So get that set up first. The rain is kind of helping me, and I'll show you how. So, this area was higher and dry. I moved the pipe out of the way, and I'm still gonna have to do more. Just see through here, because when I lifted the pipe, it's actually lifting it up out of the ground a little bit. But I'll get this here cleared out more, and it's letting the water drain through. This mud here is sticky. It sticks to my boots, and then the rocks stick to it. But it all comes draining down through here. Like I said, I'll put a bend on it right here. And then it's actually even going in my pipe here. And it comes down here. This pipe's got mud in it. I bet if I cleaned it out or whatever, it's just draining out the bottom of these holes. See, turn it like that. Again, it's just directing the water where I want it to go is the key we're trying to get at here. There you go, you see that? That's the water working through this pipe, so it should be that in reverse once I get it all set up. And it may take me another week or something to get it done, because the idea is you dig your trench, you line it with gravel, put your pipe on, and then you fill the entire thing in with gravel. And that helps get the water seep down in there without filling your pipe up with mud. That's what this little sock is. It's supposed to help keep the mud out. Well, as you can see, I don't think it does a very good job at it, but it keeps the bigger chunks from getting in there and clogging it up, I think is what it really does. And so, once I get the elbow or another short piece cut off my elbow to make the turn, this here, my plan is to come right up to the corner of the house, and then when gutters come in, just pipe them right into that. The water will go underground and flow right out, and it's not doing this here. See that? Water just dripping off. It's going to hit right here. Most houses, you can start to see a line where the water just drips off, and that's where it hits, and it's where it always hits. And so it digs a little spot there, and whichever way it soaks in and flows to is, you know, up to Mother Nature and gravity and everything else after that. But alright, so here's what I want to show you. Now that I've got it set up, see how the water just comes flowing out of there. So now I just need to go through, get all the gravel put down on top of it. That way any rainwater or anything that comes through, you know, it helps filter through the gravel, through that little mesh sock. And if dirt or something gets on top of it, you know, it's no big deal. I'm thinking about taking dirt from that side of the trench, moving it over here close to the house, and maybe trying to get water to run from the house, you know, down towards this area. Maybe if this can become more of a lower spot, you know, maybe the water will flow from the house this way and from the yard this way, hit this spot, go through the drain, and out. So I'm going to shovel gravel into this trench, and it's probably what will be the rest of this video. I don't know that I don't think I have a saw here. If I can find one, I'll try and make that corner and take it further that way, but I'm going to get started on that before I run out of daylight. show you this one more thing. So now that you've seen me walk through, you step on that, and it still didn't look quite right. You get out the other end, and I don't even know about this, but see how there's still a little bit of water right here? Well, this whole thing was still full of water. And you can see where I started stepping, the mud prints, all that. That's mud prints from my boots. I started walking, but you notice how there's no water here now? That's because this pipe is now the lowest thing. And so the water is traveling through the pipe. And so, again, that's what I was trying to get at. It's leaking out down here, but it's still coming out. And so, we're just diverting the water, coming down this hill here to this pipe, and then it's going to run downhill, and it's going to make a turn, and until I get all this piped in and covered up, you can see it's going to leak out through the yard, and this is just a giant water muddy mess. But I'll get it to make this turn, and it'll travel down here. I'm gonna rent a bobcat or something and skid steer. We'll get that dirt moved out of the way and ready to push back over everything. And before I do that, I'll hook up the rest of the pipe to send it off down there somewhere. So it'll send it down the hill towards the pond. Hopefully, if it even cuts a little trench or something, you know, a little ditch, you know, that's fine. But I just don't want what you've seen there, you know, just swamp, you know, giant puddles of water where it's just soft and wet and you can't drive a tractor or a truck or anything over it. You know, you walk through it, you sink to your knee, anything like that. And I definitely don't want that coming into my house. You know, when we pour the concrete slab, I don't want water going underneath the slab and freezing and thawing and causing, you know, more cracks and stuff than necessary. But so anywho, I'm gonna get back to work on this. I just had to show you that it's worth it. It's draining the water through the pipe. Camera's about dead. It hasn't died already. I'll show you what little bit I got done. Probably gonna have to call it quits here. I'm getting soaked to the bone. It's getting late. I'll explain more later. Alright, so we're getting it all filled in. I'm gonna leave that down there undone because, like I said, I gotta finish pipe out that direction. Yeah, my phone is just about dead. Thank you. There's water coming out of the pipe. It's all flowing the direction I want it to. We'll get it turned and head off that way next time.